And welcome back, it's your boy Bowlers Big X here again today with another video. I haven't done a video in 2 weeks since I came back home from Georgia. Sorry. To preface this video, right now is a 3-game series where I shot 601, throwing the Storm All Road on the US Open Day 2 pattern from 2019. The reason that's significant is because I just drilled the All Road, and also because of the fact I have a tournament for the direct qualifier for the US Open on the 19th of January. So happy New Year's to everybody, by the way. Happy birthday to me. I'm recording this voice on the 17th, and I'm going to give you a quick roster rundown of what all I'm bringing to this tournament. So to start off with, my top tier ball is a Paradox Red by Track Bowling. It has the iCore 2.0 dual density weight block. It has the Prime ET traction or extra traction cover stock, and the numbers are 2.49. The differential is 0.057 and an intermediate differential of 0.015. It's a big ASM ball, really strong, controllable. That is my burn ball. I did have a decent look with it, but I usually want to use that for more of a breakdown of the pattern, right, during practice on this US Open pattern. The next ball would be the Idol Pro by Rotogrip. It has the E-Trax S19 cover stock. It has the Icon core in it, famous in the Idol and Idol Pearl. And it has a RG value of 2.49 and a differential of 0.052, with no intermediate differential as a symmetric ball. For me, this is a lot more down lane than the Paradox Red, because of the symmetric core in it, and also the layout is a little bit longer pin to pap, with a longer first number being 75 on it. And then from there, we'll break down into my next ball I would go down to, which would be my IQ Tornado. It has the NRG solid reactive cover stock, very popular Storm bowling ball cover stock. It has the C3 centripetal control core. Everybody's known this for the IQ line. It's always been a very popular core. The numbers on it, I really couldn't find numbers on it because it's super old, as in 6 years old. But if I'm not mistaken, it's a 2.49 or 2.5 RG, and the differential is 0.035, if I'm not mistaken, by that core being those numbers, roughly around there. And then from there, I have two phase 2s I drilled up. One is new, one is my old phase 2. The old phase 2 is pin above the bridge. The new one is pin below my middle finger with the CG in the thumb hole. The phase 2 has the velocity core and has the TX16 solid reactor cover stock. If anybody knows me, they know the phase 2 is one of my all-time favorite bowling balls. Both phase 2s have an RG of 2.48 with a differential of 0.51. This is more of a benchmark reaction versus the Idol Pro being a lot stronger. The phase 2 is more of that benchmark go-to ball reaction. And then from there, if that ball's too much, I go to a Game Breaker 3 Black and Blue by Ebonite. The black and blue has a pin below my middle finger layout, just the same as my phase 2. It uses the GB 12.0 hybrid cover stock, but this one's different than the GB 12.0 hybrid on the regular Game Breaker 3, because this is 2 parts pearl, 1 part solid, versus the original Game Breaker 3 has 2 parts solid, 1 part pearl. The differential is 2.48 the RG is 2.48, the differential is 0.048. It is really more of a wait for the lanes to get broken down kind of ball. And then if I have a good motion with it, but it's too late down lane, I would go to one of my 2 Game Breaker 3s. One Game Breaker 3 is pinned above the bridge, the other one's pinned below the bridge. Same numbers, but it uses actually the GB 12.7 hybrid cover stock, which is the difference, really. Same cover stock, just one has more pearl than the other one. Same numbers, I have 2 of them. The pin down one, obviously it's smoother and stronger, while the pin up one's a little bit angular and weaker. Then from there, if those get too much, I end up going to my All Road. which my all road is a little different for layout wise because I went with a 75 by 4 3/4 by 65 layout, so it really gets down lane and smooth off the spot. The RG on it is 2.57, 0.056 the NRG hybrid reactive cover stock. It's overall just such a good ball. You know me, I'm not a big fan of the high roads, never really have been, but this ball does its job quite fantastically. It matches up with my game very well because that it doesn't get as down lane and as snappy on the back end as the other high roads have done for me in the past. Then from there, when that ball gets too much, I will go to one of the most popular balls of all college bowlers, and that is the Triton Elite or the Pink Widow. The Triton Elite solid cover stock using the QR7 solid cover stock with the MC2 technology core. It has an RG of 2.51, differential of 0.046. It's very popular. It's very smooth. It's weaker than my game breakers, in my opinion. So when the game breakers are a little too much, I need something a little bit earlier and a little bit weaker, I'll go to that. Or if that's too weak, or if that is too early, I need something a little bit more down lane, but it's strong enough where it's weak enough where I don't want to throw a GB3, I'll go to the Pink Widow, which has the aggression pearl CFI cover stock, gas mask core obviously. It has a 2.5 RG, a 0.058 differential, and a 0.16 intermediate differential. For me, my Pink Widow is my tournament ball of one of my best tournament balls of all time. I've made money with it multiple times. It's very consistent, and it just gives me an overall good look on whenever something I need to get left, but also I need to keep it controllable motion, and I do find it actually weaker than my black and blue. And then if I need to go to something even weaker than that, I have a Destiny Solid by Ebonite that has the GBU 11.2 solid cover stock. It has a Cyclone Torque core in it. RG is 2.53, differential 0.053. For me, mine is very hook setty, which is what I need when it comes to drying out patterns because I can play really straight with it. And if that gets too early, I go to something like the Columbia 300 Beast. I have the purple lime and silver one. It has the Bend It cover stock with the Beast core in it, obviously. For me, just a weak ball. When things get too much, that ball is pretty solid. And then, last but not least, purple polyurethane hammer. Y'all don't even need to question why I have one of those in my bag. The cover stock, urethane pearl. Core is the LED core. RG is 2.65, diff is 0.015. You know what it is. I mean, it's a purple hammer. Everybody loves the purple hammer. And recently, I've been really busy. And I know I just gave a really, really fast rundown of all my stuff I'm taking to this US Open tournament. But with good taste, I hope to make the US Open. If I make the US Open, you have to win this tournament to make the US Open, by the way. It's 9 games qualifying. But I really would like to make the US Open. Even though I'd miss a week of college, I think it'd be extraordinarily fun to go bowl the US Open. I believe I am prepared. I practiced on this pattern multiple times for the qualifying. Because I work at a bowling alley, I have the ability to oil lanes when I want because I'm a lane mechanic. So I get a good overall practice on this pattern, plus with similar lane conditions. And overall, I felt pretty well-rounded towards what I have to bowl on. Now, I have multiple ways of attacking this pattern, but by far the best way, in my opinion, from what I've experienced on this pattern, is playing straighter. I'm going to start off with Paradox Red in practice, try to burn the outsides a little bit, and then from there, I'm going to go to something like the IQ Nano or a Phase 2, somewhere around there, or an Idol Pro even, and try to get that outside line. As you can see in here, this was the fresh pattern. I didn't really do any burning or anything. This is just 3 games. I had a little bit of a warm-up, but The reason I brought the all road out is because I wanted to see how it would look in comparison to other stuff I had on this pattern. Plus it's new balls, so new ball rolls really good. I'm excited to throw it, obviously. And when I say this is the most smelling storm ball I've ever smelled in my life, it is, because it could be in my bag and in my car, and I can still smell it when I get in my car. Like, even in the bag, I can still smell it. Like, it fumigates my whole car, which I like, because it's a very nice smell. It's supposed to smell like blueberry. To me, it smells like grape. But then again, everybody has their own sensors and everything. But if I do make the US Open, when I do win this tournament, because that's the goal, I have to have the winner mentality if I want to go into this tournament. I've kind of realized that I'm going to drill a lot more bowling balls when it comes to terms of getting ready for this US Open. I would hope I would have people come out to see me. I believe my dad would fly out. He said he would fly out if I made the US Open. And I believe my pro shop operator, who's also my coach, who's also my mentor, Mike Het, he has a YouTube channel. Pretty positive he would be able to come out, hopefully, and spend the week with me, watch me bowl the US Open. But really, people always say, well, are you nervous at all? No, I don't really get nervous when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can be nervous, but if you're nervous, then you're just in the wrong mentality. You can't be scared of the professionals. Yeah, the professionals, but you're not bowling against the professionals, you're bowling against the lanes and the conditions, and it's really hard, and anybody can win a US Open. It's just, you have to have the right mentality, because if you go into the US Open and say you're going to shoot 240s all day, probably not going to happen unless your name is Jacob Buttriff in 2018, was it, when he led the tournament with like 600 pins. But there's still that whole, you need to shoot your spares. I've been practicing a decent bit on my spare shooting, even though you can't tell in this video. I did miss a lot of spares in this video, and I do apologize. I've been really busy with work and getting ready to go back up to college and all that fun stuff. So really, though, I'm excited. It's just such an honor to be able to try to qualify for the US Open. Nevertheless, if I win and get to bowl the US Open, that's even more of an honor to me. I'd be doing videos every day. Whether I shoot 150s or 250s, I want to be recording. There'll probably be a vlog coming out tomorrow, actually probably Sunday, when I'm on my way to the US Open qualifier, which I'm really excited for. I just wanted to get this little vocal out here, get a video up. I don't really have much more to talk about, to be honest with you. My life has been hectic, and that's all you need to know. So, I'm going to stop talking here. You can feel free to watch the rest of the video. If not, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I will end this here with a very happy salute.